Morning coffee talk.
Yeah.
You like my coffee cup? It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So, some ideas that were just being talked about here during our conversation at the table was all around kind of the problems in the nutrition industry that we're seeing that are going on. And it's kind of frustrating to watch because it took me a while to figure out why just food wasn't working, because I developed a really strong obsession with food and a really strong obsession with herbs and superfoods and everything. And while that's all really useful and amazing for you, what happened to me was I kind of became overly obsessed with it, which also led to learning more about it and understanding the depth of these things. But there was a problem, and it took me actually visiting my chiropractor, who I've introduced here to Silvia as well. And it really revolutionized my idea of, okay, I've got all these supplements. They're all really helpful. They do this, 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 and this. But the problem was my body was still a mess physically. So I was putting things into my body. I was buying supplements. I was, on to the next thing. But my nervous system wasn't receiving the things that I was putting into it. Because if you look along the line of the spine, for example, and spinal health is kind of the subject of the conversation, I guess, is where it's going to go. The nervous system is really affected by a body that's very mistreated. I came from a lacrosse background, a contact sport background, very aggressive sports, and I played sports very aggressively as well. So, and you know this from watching. I beat my body quite a bit. So, the idea that's kind of coming to my mind this morning is you got to have a full deal, right? When you're taking care of the body, you've got to have the full deal. You can't just do one thing and then do another thing and kind of jump around, because that's what I did and it really didn't work. And what I was doing was I wasn't choosing to attack the real issues. And that's why I implement everything into our programs, because I did it wrong. I did it wrong for years. And I think she was even with me in the process of watching me do some of these things wrong and making those corrections within this industry that's often very clouded with a lot of misinformation.
Yeah, that definitely is the case. How did what did Glenn say, the chiropractor, about nutrition and how it's incomplete?
Well, you can fill, this is our chiropractor, you can fill things into a body that is constantly in a state of sympathetic fight or flight, and you're not going to get the benefits of what you're putting in your body if your system is in fight or flight all the time.
Right.
And we know this is in our course. We know this and we learned this, but we didn't really get a full spectrum within our bodies of it until we met Glenn, until we met our chiropractor, who basically, a few sessions, I could realize right away that my system was really tired. My system was like, what just happened? Because my system was so used to working under stress. It was stress in sports, it was stress in school, it was stress at home, it was always stress. So that's all I knew was stress. So when your body pulls out of that, your body becomes a lot more efficient, right? And my body became a lot more efficient when I worked with him, and when I understood that pinched nerves create signals to the brain to do certain behaviors and act in a certain way. And what happens is we get put into a position, our nerves stay in that position, impinged. It's called a subluxation, by the way, if you guys would like to look it up, subluxation.
And you don't have to have pain with that. So you may not even know that's going on, and that's the crazy part about it.
That's the big part about it.
When he explained it to me, like there's three nerves, right? And either one of those can be pinched. It's
Autonomic.
Yeah.
Autonomic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you may not even know, because it doesn't necessarily have to cause pain. So like a vertebrae can be misaligned and your nerves are pinched, but you don't even know. But that's affecting the signaling and that's affecting like the signaling that goes into different organs of your body.
Absolutely.
And you may not even know that's going on, and that's the crazy thing, because like a lot of people think that if you have no pain, there's nothing wrong.
Nothing's wrong with me. I got no pain.
Yeah. But you may have a pinched nerve, and because of that, your body's in the sympathetic state.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like this.
And this is called your autonomic nervous system. So autonomic function basically means automatic function. So our organs of digestion, for example, work autonomically without us really having to do a whole lot. When you have to go to the bathroom, yes, you can feel something going on. You need to go to the bathroom right away, so you make a quick trip to the bathroom. But yeah, hopefully. Hopefully.
Everything's working right.
Sometimes it doesn't, but that's okay. That's why we have depends. Anyway, so this automatic processing in the body is happening without us knowing, just like that pain that we may not know about. So there are signals being sent to our brain from our subluxated regions of our spine that's actually telling our body that there's pain there without our conscious awareness, without us really knowing. So what happens is the body adjusts to this pain. And all of a sudden, Keagan, who stood tall and stood proud, is all of a sudden standing to the right like this without even really noticing it, right? Or if I stand on two scales, one on my left foot and one on my right foot, I could be weighing 80 pounds on my right foot and 75 pounds on my left foot. So now I've got 5 more pounds on my right side than I do on my left, because my nervous system is sending signals to accommodate that pain in my body. So we choose in our programs to address these topics and address these things. That's why we actually have a separate app specifically for training the body to open up these regions of the body so that we don't have these troubles. So if you do go to chiropractic, awesome, totally recommend it. But if you can't afford it, if you can't go and see a chiropractor all the time, then what do? Well, you've got to do some work, right? And either way, if you see a chiropractor, you still got to do some work, right? There needs to be work on the body done. And one of the biggest things that's really limited now, and I realized in my own journey, was a proper range and motion and stretching protocol in our day-to-day lives. You know, it's one thing to go to hot yoga, it's one thing to go get relaxed and all those other things. And these things have kind of become trendy, but not habitual. So my whole mindset is to make this a habitual agreement with yourself that this is something I'm going to do every day. This is something that I'm going to pay attention to every day, and this is going to be a part of my schedule in my day-to-day life, and it's a non-option. I'm not going to tolerate anything else. So we do that. You know, we've got fitness equipment right underneath us right here, if I could put the camera down.
Consistency is key in these things, because like one exercise or going to the chiropractor is great once a week, for example, but it's the maintenance of that, and that's truly what's going to make a difference. And going to one session is not going to change much, but you have to keep going, and
which is why people avoid continuing to go to therapy.
Right. Because of course after a couple of times it's not going to make much of a change, right? It takes a while for the body to get retrained in a new way. And same with working out or doing these exercises, it's showing up and putting in the time and effort consistently. That's where you'll start to see the difference. Yeah,
I could have that 80 pounds on my right side for 20 years and not even know about it because it's autonomic, right? I could have that 20 pounds on that right side of my body, 5 more pounds over here. Just imagine carrying 5 more pounds everywhere you go, every step you take on one side of your body. Now, let's think about that in some of the different cases where there's, you know, people with 10 pounds or 15 pounds more on one side of their body. That's just body balance. There's so much more to that stuff. So, you know, we provide a gateway that can help you daily, 15, 20 minutes. I believe one of our clients took around 40 minutes to do one of the exercises yesterday. So you give yourself some time to do this stuff and remain accountable through our app. And we're able to see your progress. You send us some pictures in, we're able to see your progress. Now this stuff is all available to you, and to learn the nutrition side of it as well and maintain accountability on that side in our program we've created called Champion Transformation. Now, when you sign up for Champion Transformation, you become a part of the Academy, okay? Hillier Academy has all kinds of courses being released monthly. Silvia does a chocolate course as well. It's all available for $97 US a month. So $97, you get training, you get nutrition, you can learn how to make chocolate at home,
and healthy
right?
food and healthy desserts and just everything basically that you need in your arsenal to help you sustain and get to an optimal level of living and health and energy and maintain it. And that includes mind work too. So mindset is huge. So we tackle it really from all angles.
I spent tons of money and tons of years collecting this information and screwing up on the way through, trying to find out the way, right? There is no one way, but there's definitely a set of ways that can become a very positive way forward, and it can accommodate things that you already do. So I'm in no way ever discouraging something that someone's already doing and that's working for them. I'm about adding in, it's like our nutrition. We always tell people, we're not going to come after your cupboards and come and raid your house and stuff like that, and kind of delete things out of your life, and then you're left with this like desolate kitchen with like nothing in it. So what we do is we add things, right? We slowly implement new things, and in the process of that, yes, some things may separate like oil and water in your life. Right?
But you'll do that yourself naturally.
Yeah, right? It'll happen naturally. As a result, you'll start putting more salad on your plate or something like that. You'll feel more nourished and more energetic, and all of a sudden, guess what happens? Well, you don't really add the chips late at night, or
you throw that shit away.
Yeah, you just there's just no feeling that you want it anymore. Yeah. So it's not about like guilt and all these other things that come. Oh, I must be doing something wrong, and then we punish ourselves, right? I did that for years as well. So it's another thing that we help you with. So we wanted to do a little coffee talk this morning to talk about the holistic side of what we do and what we've discovered kind of that doesn't work and what does work. And certainly what does work and what's been working for a ton of the clients that we work with is attacking our problems one at a time, and making sure we're not avoiding them, succumbing to them, or just kind of being submissive to the whole idea and saying like, oh, you know what, screw it. Everything's going to be fine this way. I'm just going to do it. Meanwhile, the building is burning down in the back, and everything's good. I'm good. It's fine. It's all good. Just smile about it. It's all good. Not a real smile, but we know what that's like. So, because we've been through it ourselves. So $97 a month, you get your nutrition done. You get coaching, you get accountability, you get yourself a membership to an academy with tons of upgraded information every single month that we're doing. We teach with this little screen behind us here. Silvia's got her own courses on the way. We've created this course, Champion Transformation, together. So we're just really excited to offer this to you guys and kind of give you a whole package where you get your learning app separate from your training app, and your training app is programmed by me personally. So I actually program your calendar in there personally, where you can get every bit of information you need and send me back the feedback with your workouts and how we can tailor those workouts personally. I don't even get this stuff at my gym, right? When I go to my gym, I don't even get this kind of personalized programming. So I've really, really thought about it all, and I'd be happy to put some more people in front of you to help you understand what we're truly offering here. And how amazing the benefits are when you get that personal one-on-one attention and you get that personal one-on-one programming into your workout. And our first focus in the first month, and this is something she's been through, is opening up all the areas in your body, range and motion, right? It's not talked about a lot in nutrition and in health and fitness, is range. How how deep our body is supposed to be able to move in its range. So we focus on that for the first 30 days, and we give you a program to be able to personalize that to you so that you can get your range opened up and you can get all these areas of your body opened up. So when you do start detoxifying, when you do start doing all these things, these autonomic processes aren't in control of what's going on, right? These autonomic processes that we don't even know the pain that's going on in our brain until we release it, and then we can feel it. That's when you feel the difference.
Right.
The things that you didn't know that you now know is when you know.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't even know how much better you can feel, right? Till you're like, wow, like this is another level of, like I can feel this good and I don't have to feel this pain or that I lived with for so long, right? So sometimes we don't even know what the next level is until we get to that next level. So we don't know how long, like we're just launching this program now, this whole personalized thing. If we get flooded with requests and hundreds of members, right, this may change. So definitely I'd say, you know, take advantage of this because we're very willing to and very dedicated to helping and giving as much one-on-one attention as possible. But of course we can't do that when we start getting hundreds and thousands of people, right? So that will change. That's not going to stay forever. But yeah, definitely reach out to us, guys, if you have any questions and how to get involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Happy
Cheers.
to offer. See you guys.